Hi, good afternoon. This is Professor Cindy Garnsey, and I wanted to give you a quick orientation on this course-specific CMSY 101 Beginning Spreadsheets course. The classroom hours for the winter semester you've already heard about in a previous orientation, but do keep in mind that we do not have any evening hours during the winter, so let me know if you have any conflict with these hours for your testing or getting some help. The required operating system and software that you're going to need for this course, you can get by with Windows 7 or higher. The classroom in Duncan Hall 301 will be running Windows 10, but you can have Windows 7 at home if you'd prefer. We do need to have the Microsoft Office 2016 or 365 professional version, which we give you for free as an HCC student. Check out your Canvas modules for information on that. It's found on the home page under Student Resources. And if you have a Mac, you're going to be in trouble with this class because we require that we do the Microsoft Office Windows version of 2016. Google Docs, anything older than Excel, are not going to work for us. They don't work very well with our third-party software. Required materials that you're going to need. Obviously, you're going to need a textbook. Now, you have a couple options for this textbook. What students have found after using the software for a semester, that they prefer a hard copy textbook. The ebook is there and it works, but it's not as ease of use as you would hope it would be. But the minimum requirement is that ebook and the access code to SAM, our third-party software. What we recommend, however, particularly if you think you're going to be taking the advanced level of this course, CMSY 117 Advanced Excel, because if you were to buy the loose leaf version of the textbook, then you will not have to buy an additional textbook when you take the advanced course. Now, as long as we were using SAM 2016, which will most likely be at least for the next 2 years, possibly more, you won't have to buy a new book. So keep that in mind if you think there's any chance you're going to be taking the advanced level course. To ensure that you get the proper access code, we do ask that you go through the HCC bookstore. You are not bound by that, but you want to make sure that you check the ISBN number at the bookstore if you go elsewhere. There's a couple of free days trial so you can get started right away. That free trial amount, we're still trying to determine from the company, but I know you have at least 2 days to get you going before you purchase that user code. You do have some data files that you have to work with in order to do some of the things in the textbook. You can download those from your Canvas site, and I'll be sure to show you where those are at. You're going to need a storage device for files. Flash drive is great, but we also have a lot of cloud storage. You have Google Drive given to you as an HCC student. You also have Microsoft OneDrive given to you. And of course, Canvas can also be used as a cloud saving device. You're also going to make sure you bring your ID with you anytime you come in to take a test. And this particular course, I'm going to let you go through these, but these are the things that you're going to be learning about in the class. We start from ground zero as to what a spreadsheet is, how it works, what it does, and we build you all the way up to analyzing and charting some financial data. So you will get a lot of information for these 4 modules or chapters that we're going to work with in this beginning level course. You're going to go to Canvas when it has time to find out about those instructions for homework. All of the instructions are in Canvas. The actual assignments are in SAM. So you're going to go to Canvas to read your directions, to find out the due dates, to see your final grades, things like that. But you're going to go to SAM to actually complete the projects and the simulations and to take your tests and quizzes. The optional study material that you're going to find at the end of every chapter or module, as this textbook calls them, are really helpful to help prepare you for the exams and also just to give you some of that real-world experience. We do have the answers that are in the course instructions, which are found in the Canvas modules. The SAM assignments, like I said, we're going to be using SAM, Skills Assessment Manager is what it stands for, and you're going to test your knowledge. You're going to need the textbook to learn it, but SAM is going to allow you to test your knowledge and be assessed. Check your Canvas calendar or grade module for the due dates. We've got the due dates in several different places for you. The textbook project is a little bit different in this class. Because we're having SAM grade it for you, you have to start with a downloaded file from SAM. Now, this gets a little confusing because sometimes that downloaded file is empty. with the exception that it has some encryption in there with your name on it. But if you were to do the textbook project, save it, and upload it to SAM without having first downloaded that beginner file, you will get a 0. SAM doesn't grade it unless you start with that textbook project from SAM. So don't let me stress that enough. You have to get the file from SAM before you start every textbook project, or you'll have to start it over if you want to grade. And then what you do is you follow the directions on that project, then you're going to upload it to SAM, and it grades it immediately, giving you a report that lets you know what you may have done incorrectly, gives you another 4 opportunities to upload to get the best grade. There also is a video on completing projects that is in the step-by-step modules that you want to take a look at to get some specific example on how that works. Simulation training is simulated environment that goes in SAM that helps you to learn these tasks. Now what's nice about this is you can take this simulation training kind of as a pretest. See how much you already know. And if you get stuck in the middle of it, there are 3 different modes that you can do it in. One of them is practice, one of them is apply, one of them is observe. So if you go through, they always start in the apply mode, but if you kind of go through, see what you already know how to do, and then that allows you to figure out what you really need to spend some time on studying. Now you have to get 100% on these simulation trainings to get any credit, but you don't have to finish it in one sitting. You can do it between classes, you can start it, and you can do it a million times if you want, but you do have to get 100% on the assignment to get any credit. This is also a really good simulation of your exam because your chapter or module exams will be in the same simulation environment. A theory quiz is just that. It is testing whether you understand the theory behind the Excel spreadsheets rather than just the practical using of it. So you're going to have to read this textbook. However, these quizzes are open book, open notes. You can use the printed book or the ebook. You could go online to look for some of these answers. However, I would not recommend that because you're getting information right from your textbook, which is up to date, current. Stuff you're going to get online might not possibly be the most current information. So I would definitely make sure that you go to your textbook or your ebook to find the information for these tests. The theory quiz are timed for 60 minutes. You have 1 attempt and you can't retake it. So do not make the mistake that some people have done thinking it's an open book, open notes. I don't really need to read the book before I go to the test. That will be a problem for you because you will not be able to look up all 25 to 30 questions in 60 minutes. The timed test will time out at 60 minutes. So make sure you've read the stuff before in the textbook and made some notes for yourself possibly on what you think is important, and you'll be very happily surprised when you get to that exam. You'll be able to knock through it very quickly. Now the way our classes deploy, unfortunately you can't see what you got wrong, or excuse me, you can't see the answer to what you got wrong when you see at the end of the test. You'll see your grade at the end, but if you want to actually see the specific question that you got wrong and talk to us about why it's wrong, you're going to have to make an appointment with me or catch somebody, one of our instructors in the classroom, and they'd be happy to go over it with you because we have people taking this test at many, many different times because of the way the open entry and online sections deploy that we can't put the answers out there. But we are always available to go over your tests with you. You just got to stop by and see us. The Project 1Bs is what SAM refers to as its practical assignment. Very similar to the textbook project, but you download a list of instructions instead of reading it through the book. And you're also going to download a data file from SAM. Once you're done, you upload it to SAM. Again, immediate grading. And for the Project 1Bs, though, you only get a total of 3 times to get the best grade. And remember that on the textbook project, we allowed you up to 5 times. So try to practice it a few times before you actually upload. The simulation exams, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, each exam covers 2 modules, so we will be having 2 simulation exams for this semester. You have to take them in person. From your syllabus, you'll know that you have some options for that. We prefer that you come into the OT classroom so that we can assist you if you have any computer errors. But we do have a couple other options that you can deal with if you read the syllabus. Different campuses, all that kind of stuff are options. The similar format to the simulation training, so if you've done well in the simulation training, I would assume that you would do very well on the simulation exams. You got one attempt and you have 90 minutes to complete each exam. However, there are no notes, no books, no Excel software or mobile devices may be used. It is strictly in simulation mode. You're probably wondering, hey, you got a lot of assignments here. How am I graded on all this? Well, we do have a weighted system here in 101. We don't do a full point system. So we feel that the simulation exams, the theory quizzes, and the projects should weigh heavier than your simulation training, your textbook, or your quiz, syllabus quiz. So all of those things that are lower numbers are things that are preparing you to learn the tasks. And the ones that are worth more points are the ones that actually are assessing you on doing those tasks. So keep in mind the weight of those assignments, and you want to check your current average in Canvas often, and check your due dates. We do not accept any late assignments without written doctor's notification, extreme circumstances. So get everything turned in early or on time, and sometimes that can be a trick in this winter semester. Plan accordingly. Well, how about some tips for successfully finishing this class, particularly in a 4-week session? If you have any questions, message me through the Canvas inbox or come on into the OT classroom. Most of the time I'm there, particularly in the winter session. But if I'm not, any OT instructor can help you with this class. The only time you absolutely have to talk to me is if you have a question on how something was graded or if you're having any other accommodation issue. Another tip is to stay on the schedule or even be early. Plan ahead. A lot of content has to be finished in 4 short weeks. Also, when you're coming into the OT classroom, please make sure that you come in early enough. We are extremely strict with our open hours. We have people who are working certain hours, and we have computers that have to be dealt with. So if you are coming in to take a test, make sure you give yourself enough time, 90 minutes or more, to take that exam so that you get the best testing environment. Now, you're probably wondering, what's your next step? Where do I go? What do I do now? The next step to begin this course, you want to go back to the Canvas course modules and take your syllabus course process quiz in Canvas. Be sure to have the syllabus and the modules open while you're testing to look up anything you have questions about. Read through them ahead of time so that you only have to take this quiz once. You must get 100% on this quiz to get any credit, but you can take it as many times as you want. After having taken that syllabus quiz and done 100%, you will be fully prepared to start learning Excel. Thank you, and we'll see you in the classroom.